my people, welcome to the Mind Talk Show. I want to talk about children and their mental health. Remember, children also need their good mental health for them to be able to do whatever they want to do in this life. So, because many a times we talk about parents' mental health, women's mental health, men mental health, adults mental health, but we have not talked about children mental health. Remember, also children, they go through emotions, they go through feelings, they need to have their mental health intact for them to be able to achieve whatever it is. And remember, the stage of childhood is when a lot of development happens, and so if their mental health is compromised at this particular point, they may not grow normally. Okay, so good mental health for children is very, very, very crucial for their overall well-being and also for their development. To support your child's mental health is key. As a parent, you have to support your child's mental health. And in today's video, I want to give you tips on how you can support your children's mental health. Remember, children also, they are human beings. They go through emotions. They go through these feelings, thoughts. They have everything that an adult have. So we need to nurture them into a certain way so that they can be able to achieve. If it's academic, we need them to achieve. If it's any other thing that we need them to achieve, so that they can be perfect in it. Now, my name is Lynn, a mental wellness coach. Welcome to the show today. Let's do this. Number one, children need a safe environment. For them to be able to have that proper mental health, they need a safe environment. Children need a stable and loving home environment. Remember, everything for children starts at home. The education, the nurturing, everything starts at home. So if you are a parent or a caregiver or a guardian, remember everything about the child, development, education, sex education, and every other thing starts at the family level. Remember, a family is a unit that takes care of, or is supposed to take care of, a child. So mental health is part of what you are supposed to do as a parent. A loving home environment is proper for proper mental health. Remember, we usually say about adults that we need a proper environment for us to maybe to release our emotions, for us to, to do a lot of stuff that we need to do. For us to settle, for us to breathe in and out, we need a good environment. The same as the children, they also need this very, very safe environment. Consistency in routines and boundaries helps the child in providing security. Remember, when you're consistent in, if it's correcting your child, you're consistent in whatever you're doing. If it's routines, the chores that the child is supposed to do, you're consistent. You are not a person who tells them today do this and tomorrow you have changed to do these other ones. So you are supposed to be consistent. And remember, children need to be guided on boundaries that are there in a family unit. Remember, we have boundaries. Boundaries are like rules that are supposed to be adhered to. And remember, a parent, you're supposed to be their role model. Like you're supposed to show them how to go about it. Another thing that children need is emotional connection. Building strong emotional bonds with parents, caregivers, and of course family members is very, very vital. Put an environment whereby a child can come and talk to you in any way. A child can emotionally let out whatever it is, the feelings, the thoughts that they have. Everything. Make that environment available. Let them pour their emotions. Remember, I've told you children go through emotions. Let them, sometimes you can have these conversations, spike this conversation as a parent. Start asking your children as early as they are just young, primary going school kids, just start asking them how do they feel. They will let you know. If they are sad, they will tell you, I'm very sad. If they are happy, they will let you know that they are very, very happy. So a positive, loving relationship between you and your children will help you, or will help you to help them to release their emotions according to the way it is supposed to be. But if you're these parents who are very, 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 very feared, they are very feared, they are very cruel, they are very rude. You find children, most of them, their children are they are scared. They cannot even talk to them. They cannot even tell them, daddy, mommy, I have this thing going on, or I have this thing disturbing me. How am I going to go about it? You have created a wall. You have created an environment whereby your children cannot even be free to talk to you, and you are their guardian. This is very shameful, by the way, parents. So create that proper environment whereby children can come and pour out their emotions, because they have emotions. They could be stressed at school. They could have been going through some things at any point of life, especially when they are developing, when they are school-going children, when they are teenagers, when they are at puberty stage. All these developments bring them at a state of shock. They don't know what next. From here now, what next? Yeah. So be a parent who nurture that relationship between you and your children. That is healthy in a relationship. Children benefit from healthy relationships. Remember that. With peers, teachers, if they have healthy relationship with their peers, they will benefit, because they will learn life skills. They will learn how to carry themselves. They will learn how to behave, the characters they should have, in order for them to make it in life. These interactions teaches the social skills. Remember, there is also social skills like empathy. How does a child have empathy? How do you expect a child to have empathy if you yourself, you don't have empathy? You see? So you must nurture these skills, social skills. Empathy is whereby you're feeling for the other person. You're putting the shoe of the other person. How do you expect your child to put a shoe of the other person if they don't know? Like now, we were very impressed, the parents of our school, because our children, one of their colleagues, one of their peers, did not have fare coming home when they were closing up. And you know what? Children, with their mind, you can imagine, they raised money, transport for these kids, and they were able to go to their parents. This was very, very loving. When the teacher reported to us this way, I said, okay, this is cool. They have been groomed in a proper manner, whereby you have empathy towards each other. Remember, physical health is very, very important. Because most of the time we concentrate on physical health and we forget mental health. But remember, these things, they go in line. They go together. You must have a proper physical health as well as your mental health. When you have your proper physical health, then you can take care of your mental health, remember? Because this includes proper nutrition. What do you feed your children? Do you feed your children pizza? Do you feed your children things that cannot give them any nutrients? Or you feed them things that can, a balanced diet, that is, foods that can give them energy, food that can give them what they need to have in their body. So regular physical exercise, this one is even well taken care of when they go to school. They do a lot of sport, they do a lot of jumping up, down, dancing, and all that. Well, physical mental health, I've told you, well, physical health helps to build a good mental health, even in adults. This one also goes to even adults. Emotional expression and regulations. Remember, your children also, they are human beings. They need to express their feelings, their emotions. Encourage them to express their emotions and feelings. Encourage them. When they try to say, mommy, I'm feeling very sad, daddy, I'm feeling like I don't want to talk to anybody. Nurture that. Tell them that it is okay to feel that way sometimes. It is okay to feel emotional. It is okay to cry. It is okay to feel this and that. Nurture that. Try to tell them to express their feelings. This one will help them to nurture that emotional balance that they need. Positive reinforcement and encouragement. Remember, you're there as a guardian so that you can encourage your child. If you don't offer that encouragement, then there is something wrong with you. It doesn't matter whether you went through a lot when you're growing up. Try to nurture your children this time round because it is good for them. Don't let them go through what you went through. Because I understand that parents sometimes they go through a very hard life. Maybe they were dealing with a very stubborn parents, and their life wasn't smooth. Don't transfer that to your kids. Let your kids know that they can let out their emotions. This is where all it starts. Building your mental health, the mental health of your kids, it has to revolve around emotions. Okay? Recognize their achievements, their efforts. If they have done something very good, appreciate them. Appreciate them with a gift. Appreciate them in whatever ways. Okay? So that they can feel encouraged. So that you can also boost their self-esteem. And of course, their confidence. And of course, their self-worth. Remember, when you tell your child that they have done well, they feel self-worth. They feel that their esteem is raised. So this is what we should be doing each and every day. Let your children play an important aspect of, let them play. If it is playtime, let them do it. Let them know that they can have time for play, time for doing this. Every time should be a time of exploration for them. And of course, promoting cognitive and emotional development. Remember, they are developing, they are growing very fast, and you need to support them in their cognitive development. This is very, very key. And many parents fail to understand about this. Now, open communication. Remember, each and every time you should have these conversations going. Have special time for kids. If you want to boost their mental health, have special time for each and every child. Remember, children are not the same. Children are different. They have different aspirations. They have different hobbies, So you should nurture them differently. Just try to understand what your child likes. If I ask you now, do you know what your child likes? You will say no. Because number one, you don't have time for them. You don't have time any time left on you that you can discuss their hobbies, that you can discuss anything about themselves. And this is where we make a very, very big mistake, parents. We don't give children opportunities and of course responsibility to exercise their emotions, to exercise what they know. You will be surprised to know that these children knows a lot of things. A lot of things, I'm telling you. So this communication, open communication, will help them to ask those tough questions that they think they are very tough. Let them ask. Remember, you are a parent. You have gone through the stages that they are in, so you are able to answer their questions. Let them bring on those tough questions to you, and express that freely. Let them express the free questions, and of course, give them answers. Okay. Education and learning. Nurture education and learning in children. This helps them in their journey of intellectual development. Help them to understand why they need to go to school, why they need to continue learning, why learning does not stop until maybe you're breathless, So foster these good habits of going to school, of doing homework, and doing everything. And don't you ever give up on your child. This is what I tell parents every time. Don't you ever give up in your child. Resilience is very key. Help these children to nurture resilience. How best can they be resilient? If they are if they are beaten or they are caught in a tough situation, how best can they be resilient? How can they be resilient? This is what you should encourage. Because once you teach them about resilience, they will know, they will have that particular skill of problem solving, and they will nurture it. They will know how to solve their problems on their own. Okay? Of course, there is safety protection. You should give them safety protection. They should know that they are protected all the time. There is no time that you're not there for them. Protection means that you're there for them. You can sacrifice for them, and you've been there for them. They can talk to you. They can tell you everything. This is protection. They should understand about protection. Okay? Connect them with community and of course social connections. Any connections, if it's family gathering, introduce them into these gatherings so that they can learn what other people have done, or they can learn the skills, they can learn what other people are doing. This is good. Don't let your children hide, or don't keep your children, like for example, I've seen people, they don't want to take their children at home. When there are family gatherings, they don't want to take their children at home, up country that is. They live in town and they think this is the best. You need to take your children at home so that they can learn few things that they didn't know. This one will nurture their mental health. Remember, children goes through a lot, especially when they are growing up. So if you are a parent and you're there, offer unconditional love to these children. They need a lot of love for them to be able to do what they want to do. You must show them that you regard them. You must show them that you appreciate their achievement. You must appreciate their behavior. When they behave nicely, appreciate them. In this one, they will remember, oh, I need to behave nicely so that I can be appreciated. And they will be proud of you because you have shown them the best. You are the best parent. How many parents will stand or can tell or can testify that my children knows that I'm the best? I know we are failures, we have failed somewhere, but as in from today, since you know what your child mental health entails, try to nurture that. Remember, each child is unique. This is one thing that I should tell you. Every child is unique, and mental needs vary from one child to another. So pay attention. Pay attention to your child's individual personality. Okay? Don't just take them as a choir. You're just taking them at once. Pay attention to each and every kid. Every kid needs their mental health differently. Their mental health is different. So, as a caregiver, try to put into consideration about this. If you're here and you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe to the YouTube channel because you will learn a lot of things in this channel. And if you've been here, you've been supporting me, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you. From your host, bye-bye.